Uh, Very good evening to all, respected chairman, vice chairman of all the Sahodayas. Uh, Welcome to all for today's training. Today's our resource person is Miss Ria Sengupta, and the inaugural address will be by Poonam Goyal. So now I'd like to invite Poonam Goyal, Miss. Miss, please introduce Miss Ria Sengupta.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the privilege. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I, Poonam Goyal, Senior PGT Economics and Senior Coordinator of APARNA Public School, give a warm and cordial welcome to all the chairpersons of different Sahodayas, principals, STNCs, and teachers. Today, we all have gathered together for attending the 1 hour integrated training program organized by JKSM Sahodaya. Today, Riya Sengupta, a senior postgraduate English teacher of Aparna Public School, will give you some insight of building listening skills necessary for living a joyful and contented life. Now, I request Riya ma'am to carry forward the session.
Thank you, Poonam ma'am, for the introduction. I feel privileged to have the opportunity to share some valuable insights on the topic perspective building on life skills development on with each and everyone present here. So, life skills are really important. Why? Because they add value to the life of a person and makes him or her capable enough to present herself or himself in an acceptable manner in the society. It was first brought forth by World Health Organization, and it is not only for the children, but I personally believe that it is for each and every individual in the society. So, as rightly said, today, developing life skills are more important than learning core subject skills. Why? This is the only thing which will make an individual a perfect one for the society and presenting yourselves in front of the entire society. So, if you learn life skills from a very early age, then it will help you to live a happy and contented life. So, now let's learn what is life skills.
Ma'am, is there any problem?
Just a second, sir. Is it visible
Okay.
now?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, so just give me some time. Arvind sir, please confirm whether it's visible now or not.
Not yet, ma'am. Ma'am, don't minimize your presentation. And without minimizing, you share your screen from the window. First, you open your presentation.
Okay, sir.
Is there any problem?
Yes, sir. Just I need some time, sir. I'm facing some difficulties. I think, sir, now it's visible. Just confirm once, sir.
No, ma'am. It is not visible yet.
Okay, so just a second.
No, on why? No, it is on. You do one thing, Arvind. Take the complete file from the teacher and do the needful. Like yesterday you have done. Mr. Arvind,
Yes, sir.
what's the technical problem? Look into it immediately.
Once we have practiced, but still okay. I'm saying that I'm playing. Ma'am, please send
Explain
me
your
that file.
possible way to help her.
So I have sent the PPT just presented from your end.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So do it first, man.
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed. I'm doing that.
Yes. So just a second. So first, let me tell you what are the life skills? What is the definition of life skills? So life skills are abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individual to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. So, as I said that we need to you must have seen that you need to adjust with the environment. You face difficulty. Suppose a child, he has joined the school, a new school, and he's like facing difficulty to adjust with the environment. That time, if he's like well versed with everything, he is comfortable with, he learns how to cope up, how to adjust himself with the environment. That time he will easily adjust with the surroundings. He can easily grasp everything that is being taught to him or her. That time, if the situations are not according to him or her, that time also that child will not like face any obstacle in the process of learning. Adaptive, and he will deal each and every problem with a positive behavior, with a in a positive manner. He will try to sort out everything instead of like nagging and crying. He will not do so. I think just a second, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Your slide is visible. So at the meantime, which slide you want, just you inform me on that time.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
So, like you can see, it was first introduced, as I said, it was first brought forth by WHO. Okay, it it was mainly WHO mainly focused life skills, was trying to implement life skills on the children. But I personally believe that not only the children but every individual will be benefited if that individual learns life skill from the very beginning, from the very first day. Life skills are abilities that facilitate physical, mental, just a second, mental and emotional well-being of an individual. As I said, I gave you the example of the child who has recently joined a new school. He will easily adapt himself with the environment of the school, and his learning process will be very easy if his life skills, if he learns life skills from the very beginning. And not only he will be physically fit, mentally also he will be very stable, and his emotional well-being will be in a very stable mode. Okay, so can you just move to the next slide? See, here is the definition given by uh, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. So what is the definition? A behavior change or behavior development approach designed to address a balance of three areas, that is knowledge, attitude, and skills. If a change is brought in the behavior of a child or an individual, okay, it will help him to balance three areas in his life. Firstly will be his knowledge. He will gain a vast knowledge, okay, during his entire journey of learning. During his entire lifetime, he will slowly, day by day, develop a great knowledge. He will easily inculcate the things. He will easily apply the things which are taught by the teacher. Then there will be a change in his attitude. His skills will be developed. He will have a positive attitude. He will not be affected by the negative environment around him. He will take things positively. He or she will not just break down if a problem is there. He will be balanced person in the society as well as wherever he stands. So there will be a great change in his behavior. There will be a great development in his behavior if a person learns life skills. So next slide, please. So now we will see what is the need of life skills. Life skills are abilities that will help students to be successful in living a productive life. Every individual in this world needs to be productive. That is the main focus. That should be a main focus of every individual. So, life skill that will help the student to become productive for the society, to enhance his skills, and like contribute his part in the society, as well as he will be one of the successful persons of the society, and his life will be balanced one. He will live a happy and stable life, contented life. Learning and practicing life skills help students to improve their personal and social qualities. So if a child is taught the basic 10 core life skills, that time what will happen? That student will improve his personal behavior, his personal identity, as well as social identity. He will not only grow personally, but he will also contribute in the society. If he learns, and then first he has to learn, he has to be taught the 10 core skills, that is like the basic skills, life skills, by the teachers, by the parents, by every individual of the society. And then only when he will be a learned person with the life skills, then he will be practicing them in his personal life also, as well as when he will be standing in front of the society. Next, sir. Next is why we should teach life skills to the students. So there is a question that, yes, this is the thing, there is a concept known as life skills. So why should we teach the students the concept of life skills? How it will be helpful for them? Life skills education contributes to basic education, gender equality, democracy, good citizenship, child care and protection, quality and efficiency of the education system, the promotion of lifelong learning, quality of life, and the promotion of peace. So, after, like, what is the main motto? What should be the main motto of a teacher when that teacher or any individual will be teaching life skills to the younger generation, to the present generation? How it will help him out for basic education process, during the basic education which he will be gaining in the school or in the college or wherever? Then he will learn to maintain equality between based on the gender. He will learn to not to be biased. Okay, he will treat each and every gender, that whether it's a female, whether it's a male, equally, without any sort of discrimination. He will be doing or teaching whatever work will be done by him. It will not be biased. Then it will be, then the person will be using the term or implementing the actual meaning of democracy, as well as he will be a good citizen in the of the country. Then the child, if the child is taught the uh, basic 10 core life skills, then that child will be protected from all the negative things, from all the negativity that is around him or her. Then his quality and efficiency of the education system will also be improved. Suppose a child is learning a chapter in the class, and if he is not mentally prepared or mentally stable or mentally disturbed for some or the other reason, will that child be able to adjust or gain the lesson, or like learn the lesson, or whatever is the thing that is being taught? The child will not be able to gain the things. Okay, and this will somehow affect in his learning process. So his quality, if he is like well versed with the life skills, then what will happen? He will easily be a balanced person, and he will just draw a line between the good things and the bad things, and then he will just smoothly run his education process. The promotion of lifelong learning, then he will not only learn during his initial years of school, but he will continue his learning process his entire lifetime. It will just be a habit. It will become a habit of that child to keep on learning new things. There will be a curiosity within himself to learn new things, and his quality of life will be really a good one. Okay, and he will be living a life that is like a successful one, a satisfactory one, and the promotion of peace. He will be spreading peace all around. He will be mentally in a state of peace, as well as he will be spreading the same peace all around. Why? Because first of all, he needs, or the child needs to be mentally, emotionally at peace. Then only that child can just pass on the things to others. His entire environment will be peaceful. He can make the entire aura, with his aura, he can make the entire environment peaceful. Developing life skills early on life makes your child ready for the future. So if from, as I said, from the very beginning, if we teach the children and make them ready for the future, okay, as I said, practice makes a man perfect. If he practices the same things from the very childhood days, that time what will happen? He will get to learn those leadership qualities. He will gain those leadership qualities. Okay, he will stand in a crowd, but still he will have his own voice. He will just stand out of the box, even when he's standing in front of n number of people, with in front of n number of people, with n number of people. He will have his own identity. They help children to be more adaptable. He will adapt with the environment, with the system, whatever things will come in his way, he will be dealing with it. He will quickly adapt himself according to the situation, according to the circumstances, according to the problems. And the next thing will be, he will be confident enough and empathetic towards others. He will be confident in whatever he is doing. That child will be confidently handling everything, and he will have empathy towards others, that whether it's his friends, whether it's family members, whether it's teachers, parents, anyone. Okay. So what is the thing? We should be teaching the children the importance, or what are life skills from the very initial days. Because if we want to make them a successful person, a productive person for the society, we have to teach them every basic life skills from the very initial days. So next slide, please. So now we will be seeing the benefits. That is, firstly, as an individual, how it will be beneficial. As I said, to build confidence, he will be confidently doing whatever thing he is given. He will be dealing everything with full confidence. He will not be afraid of anything. Instead of like facing or nagging or crying or being tense, he will be having full confidence, self-confidence. And with the help of that confidence, he will be dealing with the situations. Independent living. He will not be dependent on someone else for like for the well-being or to live a happy life. Okay, he can live independently. He will not depend upon anyone for any sort of help. That child will completely be an independent person. Analyze alternatives. He will continuously try to think what are the alternatives. Suppose if plan A fails, what should be the next plan? He will look for that alternative option. He will use his creative skills, his critical thinking to deal with the situation. Then it will somehow develop self-awareness. That is the most important thing. Until and unless we are aware with the problems, we are aware of the situation, we are not going to deal with it. How can we deal with the situation? How can we deal with the problem if we are not aware of the problem? Self-awareness is really important. What are my strengths? Yes, this is something which I can do. No, this is not my cup of cake or cup of tea. Employment. It will help every person in their to get a proper employment, working well with the team. If suppose he's working with n number of people, then what will happen? He will like be very friendly with the entire team. Okay, he will not feel that I am left out or something, or I'm not given equal importance, or I should not do this, I should not do that, why should I be the one to do this? He will not think about these things. Adaptability and flexibility to different working environment. He will be quickly flexible. What, no matter in which environment he is working, he will quickly adapt and just adjust with the environment very quickly. He will not take time to adjust with the people, not take time to adjust with the environment. He will be flexible person. Next is society. Recognizing cultural awareness. What are our cultures? How, if a person learns life skill, how it will help him to create an image in the society by recognizing cultural awareness. So he will understand that yes, this is the culture of this society. He will just try to adjust or turn the things according to the culture of that particular society. He will be knowing about the culture of that particular society. Then respecting diversity. Diversity. What is the meaning of diversity? Like, there may be different opinions, okay, of people. Some may think that yes, part A is correct. Some may think part B is correct. But a balanced individual will respect everyone's decision. Okay. Developing negotiating skills. Suppose if a person is somehow not satisfied with the options that is given or provided to him, he will try to negotiate. Okay, whether it's like in a with a friendly attitude, he will be negotiating and trying to adjust with the situations. So next slide. So now I will be telling you a story. I hope everyone must have heard the story of Thirsty Crow from the childhood days itself. So firstly, I will tell you how we can like visualize everything and how the Thirsty Crow used life skills in his life, or how he used his life skills to deal with the situation. Initially, what happened? The crow was thirsty. Okay, so the first life skill he used was self-awareness. He was aware that yes, I'm thirsty. He understood that presently I have a quench of thirst. I have to fulfill it. That is the first life skill he used when he was thirsty. Next is critical thinking. The next life skill that the thirsty crow used was critical thinking. How? He understood that this is the problem. He was continuously finding water here and there. And he understood, yes, this is the problem. I have to deal with it. I have to find water. He started adjusting himself, or he started seeking some solution for it. For the present problem, he started seeking some solution. Next skill which he used was creative work. How? The crow, what it did, it tried to find pebbles. It was trying to find pebbles somehow to deal with the situation so that the level of the water comes up. He tried to find pebbles everywhere. So next thing what he did, he used those pebbles to lift the water. Next is problem solving. The next thing is somehow when the water level raised, it solved his biggest problem. He was having an attitude to solve the problem. The next thing is decision making. He decided. The next skill which he used was to decide, yes, I have to quench my thirst. I have to fulfill my thirst. So what he did, he solved his problem by himself. The next life skill which he used was decision making. He decided that yes, I am the only one who will decide how to deal with the situation. I am the only one who is facing the problem, and he decided what should be done, and he finally coped up with the situation. The next skill which he used that time was dealing with emotions. Although he was tensed, he was thirsty, but it did not somehow let this negative things impact like his ongoing process, the process of fulfilling his thirst. Effective communication. Although he did not communicate with anyone else, but self communication was witnessed that time. Empathy. He was empathetic towards himself. Okay, he felt, yes, I have somehow felt that yes, I was thirsty, and now I have come up with the situation. He was feeling the sense of empathy for himself. So can you just move to the next slide? So as you all can see, these are the 10 core life skills recommended by WHO, World Health Organization. First one is problem solving. Next one is critical thinking. Then effective communication skills, decision making, creative skills, interpersonal relationship skills, self-awareness building skills, empathy, coping with stress, coping with emotions. So can you just move to the next slide? Now we will be briefly knowing about them. First one is self-awareness. So self-awareness includes recognition of the self, our character, our strength, weakness, our likes and dislikes. As I said, that the crow, it was aware of the thirst. Okay, so in the same manner, we should be self-aware of our strength, our weakness. What is like, this is the thing which we can do. No, this is not our thing, or this cannot not be done by us. This is the thing which we like. This is the thing which we do not like. It will be a perfect, it will help you to make you a perfect character. Developing self-awareness can help us to recognize when we are stressed or feel under pressure. So how will this self-awareness, suppose a child has not done the homework or did not understand any chapter, that time he should like be self-aware. Yes, this is the problem, this is the topic in which I am unable to deal with the topic, this is the area where I am stuck, I should deal with it. I should ask the teacher, yes, this is my weakness, I'm unable to do this, I need some help in this specific area. Until and unless the child understands that yes, this is the area where I need to work, this is my strength, this is my strong point. So these like the concept of self awareness should come from within. So next slide please. The next skill is empathy. Empathy is the ability to imagine what life is for another person. Like suppose for example, if a child is presently studying in class 4 and 4A, and what happened while his friend was playing in the playground, that time his friend got hurt and blood was coming out from his legs. Okay, so he should feel that pain. Okay, he should try to understand that yes, this is the problem which my friend is presently facing. I should be standing beside him. I should not leave that friend alone to deal with the situation, to like tackle the problem. I should somehow help him out with some sort of medicine or whatever thing is necessary at that moment. Empathy is the ability to imagine what life is for another person. Empathy can help us to accept others who may be very different from ourselves. We must have seen this in our day-to-day life also, that what happens, that some person may be of different type. Some person may not agree with us in every situation. In that person may have some different views on different situation. So we should help to, means we should be accepting their opinion as well, and with a like accepting nature we should be like helping them to deal with the situation. To have a successful relationship with our loved ones and society at large, we need to understand and care about other people's need, desire, and feelings. As I said, we should be feeling the same thing which we feel for ourselves. The same thing we should feel for others also. Then only we can have a successful relationship. The relationship between that person with that person should be a very friendly relationship. We should be having a very good terms with our loved ones, with the society. Although society is considered a large one, but still, whenever we are, after all, we are all social beings, we should be dealing with every individual in the society. We need to understand and care about other people's need. What is their biggest need at that very moment? What is their desire? What is their feeling? How are they presently feeling? Is there any problem which they are facing? How can I help them out to deal with the situation? So next slide, please. Next is creative thinking. Creative thinking is a novel way of seeing or doing things that are characteristics of four components: fluency, flexibility, originality, and the next one is elaboration. So what is the meaning of creative thinking? Standing out of the box. Always stand out of the box. Whenever you're standing with a group of people, we should always think, we should always present ourselves in a different way. Our thought process should be different. So it's a different way of seeing things. It's a different way of doing each and everything. And how we can do so? What are the characteristics we can use that time? It's fluency, means creating new ideas. We should be a creative person. We should create our own new ideas. Then only we can just somehow present ourselves in a different manner. If we are just doing the same thing and it will be just monotonous, okay, what others are doing, if we continue doing the same thing, it will be of no use. We will not be standing in a different way. We will not be creating a different image in front of the person whom we are standing. Next is flexibility. So we need to be flexible with the situation. We need, if it's east, then east, whether it's west, then west. We have to adjust ourselves according to the situation. Then the most important thing is our originality. Why our own originality is important? Because we will be giving our own ideas that will be from our own thoughts. It will be much different. Why? Because it will be self-created thing. It will not match with others. And elaboration. Then what is the meaning of elaboration? We can just listen to others' idea, what others' ideas, that yes, this person thinks in this manner, this person believes that this should be done. We should be first listening. We should be a good listener first and then a good speaker. So we can elaborate that person's view if we think that person is really trying to teach us something new, something different that can help us to be more productive, that will help us in gaining more knowledge. So we should be accepting the thing, and then we can add on our own opinion to that, and then we can present it in a creative manner. So next slide, please. Then the next life skill is critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information and experiences in an objective manner. So what, suppose, as I gave you the example of the crow, what happened with that crow? The crow understood that yes, this is the problem. I have to deal with it. So he used his own knowledge, his own concepts, his own willpower to come out of the situation, present situation. He critically understood that this is the problem in front of me. I have to deal with it. So he started thinking, what are the pros, what are the cons, how I can come out of it, how I can deal with it. So this critical thinking, facing the situation, facing the obstacles that will come on your way, and then the need for a solution, a perfect solution is required. Critical thinking can contribute to health by helping us to recognize and access the factors. First, we have to recognize, yes, these are the things, these are the factors that will help us, that influence attitudes and behavior, such as values, peer pressure, and the media. We should be like, first, we should look into each and everything, but then what we should do, we should like be very normal. We should not panic that time. Instead of that, we should think that yes, this can be done. If I do this, then this problem will be sorted. If I do this, I don't think this problem can be solved in this way. We should like realize that what are the pros, what are the cons. Next slide, sir. Next thing is decision making. The most important thing that time, what did the crow did? It decided, yes, I have to take this decision. If I don't take this decision, I will die because of thirst. I may die because of thirst. So I have to decide quickly. So problem solving is the process of identifying and resolving conflicts or problem. So what we need to do is identify, and then we have to quickly act according to the situation, and at the end we need to take a decision. So instead of getting into conflicts, instead of just nagging with the problem, yes, this is my problem, I cannot deal with it, I don't know, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. No, we need to solve it. We need to take a bold decision. If the problem is there, the solution is also present. Nothing is impossible. The word impossible has the letters POSSIBLE. So everything is possible. Decision making helps us to deal constructively with decisions about our lives. So it helps us to deal with the problems, and then we have to be the self decision taker of ourselves. Okay, we have to take our own decisions. We should learn from the very initial days to take decisions for ourselves as well as for others. It can teach people how to actively make decisions about their actions in relation to the health assessment of different options and what effects these different decisions are likely to have. As I said, that we need to teach people how to take decisions. Okay, from the very early stage. If they need to maintain a stable life, if they want to have a balanced life, so they need to deal with the problem, and first they should think about the effects. If I take this decision, if I take decision A, what will be the effect? If I choose decision B, what will be the effect? So after thinking, after deciding, a decision should be taken. So just move to the next slide. Interpersonal relationships. After all, at the end of the day, we all are social beings. So we need to maintain a social relationship as well as a personal relationship with everyone. But before that, we need to have a very good relationship with ourselves as well. The inner soul, the inner conscious should always guide us in each and every situation. And we should have a very good relations with our loved ones. Interpersonal relationships skills help us to relate in positive way with people we interact with. It helps you to develop a positive relationship and to relate everything in a positive way. Okay, with each and every people we interact, we meet. This may mean being able to make and keep friendly relations, which can be of great importance for our mental and social well-being. So, how it will help us in our day-to-day life? It will help you to build a friendly relationship that will have a great importance. Okay, why? Because it will help you to become mentally stable as well as socially a complete well-being person, a social being person. So, with each and every individual of the society, we will be having a very good relationship. The people will stand always, if we have a very good relationship, that person will always stand for us, with us, in whichever situation we are. It may mean keeping good relation with family members, whether it's family members, whether it's teachers, whether it's parents, whether it be any individual of the society. It will help us to construct a good relationship, which are an important source of social support. That time, it will be a great source of support for you, that individual. If that individual has a very good relationship with the other social beings of the society. It may also mean being able to end relationship constructively. If in case there is like a difference of opinion, then what will happen? That person will end the relationship in a very good, with good terms. That person will not get into conflicts. That person will end everything constructively. Okay, with a very positive manner. He will deal with that person and try to solve out the issue. And if it's not possible, it will, the relation will be broken, but with good terms. So next slide. Arvind sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you just move to the next slide? Okay, sir. It's visible, sir. Next one is effective communication. The most important thing is we need to communicate. We need to express our thoughts, whether it's verbally or non-verbally, with each and every individual. Effective communication means that we are able, means we will be able to express our thoughts, our views, our opinions, verbally as well as non-verbally, in ways that are appropriate to our cultures and situation. So, in such a way that we will keep in mind our culture, about the situations and everything that is required. We will first communicate and then we will stand with that person. Okay, we will share our thoughts, we will communicate. This means being able to express opinions and desires, and also needs and fears. And it may mean being able to ask for advice and help in a time of need. Suppose if I need some help from XYZ person. So, if until and unless I communicate my problem, how will that person know whether I am stuck somewhere, whether I need some help from that person or not? So we need to communicate. We need to tell that person, yes, I am in such situation. I need your help. I need to come out from that problem. To express opinion. Suppose if I have some different opinion on something, I need to express my opinion. And if I have good communication skills, then only that person will be able to understand. And also, it will remove all our needs and fear. It will just remove the fear from our mind. If we need some advice on something, if we are having less knowledge about something, we can seek for advice, and that will help us to deal with every situation. So next slide. Coping with stress. We all are somehow into some or the other, for some or the other reason we are into stress. So the biggest problem in our day-to-day life is the word stress. Okay. So wrong beliefs like I am not good or something is wrong with me. I am the only one who is responsible for all the problems of the world. So this type of stress taking is not allowed by any individual of the society. Cause up to 95% of our illness and diseases. The reason behind so many problems, health issues is only because of stress. The membrane of the cell is the brain of the cell, not the nucleus. Our beliefs are stored in the membranes of our cells. It is the word stress is really creating a great impact. Stress itself is creating a great impact in our life. It is just destroying everything, whether it's personal relationships, whether professional relationships, whether mental health, physical health, everything. Unless we are fully aware of what we are doing and why we are doing at every moment, we are always acting on our unconscious programming stored as beliefs in ourselves. Scientific research has established that stress is the core factor in physical, mental, and emotional disease. As I said, this is the only cause behind our physical illness, behind our mental illness, behind our emotional illness. So, after continuously research, after continuously like experimenting, knowing the reason behind the diseases, we have come with this reason, that is, it is because of too much of stress in our day-to-day life. So next slide. Coping with emotion. Suppose that time, if the crow would have sat thinking, I don't know how, that time the crow was sad, I don't know how to deal with the situation, I am afraid, I'm tensed, I'm stressed. If we can't control our own emotions, we are not going to cope up with the situation. We cannot solve the problem that is in front of us. The ability to control our emotions is something that we need to learn from a young age. We need to have a very good command, a very good control over our emotions. And it is something that we need to learn from the rest of our lives. If we, from the very initial days, learn how to control our emotions, how to react, how to be angry, how to control our anger, when to be angry and when to be not, when to be happy, when to be sad, these emotions, when to panic, okay, when to not. If we control these emotions, at the end of the day, we are the one who will be leading a peaceful and stable life. Our feelings are a wonderful barometer of our well-being when we are not caught up in negative thinking. Our feelings remain positive. Live a positive, if we want to live a positive life, then we need to cope up with the emotions. Okay, whatever situation is, we need not be angry, need not be depressed, we need not be fearful. Instead, we should be dealing things joyfully, lovingly, peacefully, with a positive attitude. And we should not allow negative things to affect our lives. So, next slide. Problem solving. This is the biggest thing we need to learn. This is the biggest aspect which we need to implement. Problem solving help us to deal constructively with problems in our lives. Means we should first realize that this is the problem, and then we should come up with the solution. Okay, to live a happy and joyful life without any stress, without being depressed. So, next slide. So, at the end, when we learn the basic 10 life skills, so there will be a great change in our behavior. We will remove ignorance, we will create knowledge, we will be motivated, we will be always ready to change, we will accept the opinions of other people, we will be inculcating good habits in our day-to-day life. The next slide. We need to say no. Yes, this is the biggest thing we have to implement in our day-to-day life. Ways to say no. Give reason, polite refusal, repeat refusal, walk away, ignore the person, avoid the situation. These are some of the ways of saying no, but in a very polite and friendly manner. So, next slide. So just move to the key points one. So after learning the 10 course life skills, so what is the message that we got? That we need to think out of the box. In every situation of life, we use some skills. We will be using this basic skills after learning them. Not only we will be teaching these skills to our children, but we will teach them how to implement all those skills in their life. So I hope you all enjoyed the session. So just move to the last slide.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now I would like to call Anupam sir for conclude the session. Sir, please.
Thank you, Arvind sir. Thank you, Arvind sir. Thank you, Ria. It was a very nice session. And
Thank you,
you
sir.
have given a demonstrate nicely. So I think everybody are enjoyed the session and everybody learned something from that session. And first of all, I'm thank to the chairman JKSM, Mr. T.K. Sinha sir, our mentor Jubin Bose sir, and all Sahodaya chairpersons, those who are continuously put their effort to conduct the training. And I also congratulate to our backend team, Mr. Arvind Kumar sir, who has given or take the lots of pains to conduct this training smoothly. Whatever from this type of training we have learned something, and we are implementing these are the things to our classroom, to our teaching methodologies, as well as in our daily day-to-day life. Thank you everybody. Thank you Arvind sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Arvind
very
sir.
much. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes. Now all participants, just now you will get the attendance link over there. So you will fill the attendance form as per the time schedule. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Just a minute, you will get the attendance. All the participants, that attendance link is there in the chat box. Please go through that and fill the attendance properly.